Next up on Good Morning Angels Festive Edition, it's about a letter that I got in from Ina, our first angel, who wrote to us, not about herself, but she says here, I love the way she starts this letter, I have a strange request for three very worthy people. Already it's not strange at all anymore. I'm so glad you wrote to us, Ina. Thank you so much for this. She says, we have three security guards where I work, very sweet, very lovely guys. They keep us safe and comfortable. In the midst of Rosebank. They're always friendly and helpful. They all stay far from work. And this is where Ina took the time to actually get to know them a bit better and find out that they've got quite a distance to go to get to work. They walk to their shift, every shift, and back home after the shift. It takes 2 to 3 hours out of their day just to get there and back. The salaries with all their commitments are such that they cannot afford taxis or public transport. Is it any way possible to assist them? And she reckons maybe with a nice mountain bike or something. Firstly, Ina, thank you so much for writing, and thank you for taking the time to get to know your security guards. They do such an important job. In South African terms, possibly one of the most important jobs. Why? Because security and safety is right at the top of our list of priorities in our country. So why would you not get to know your security guards' names at least? Why would you not get to know their circumstances? What led them up to that point where they now have to look after your security and safety? Where do they live? How do they get there? Ina, you're an angel. Thank you for introducing us to Becky Mshwele. Firstly, Becky, morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome in studio this morning. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
And I'm glad Ina also introduced us to Pumlani Mtembu.
Yes.
Pumlani, welcome.
Thank you.
The third guy that she speaks of, Champion Bebe, couldn't make it to studio this morning, but we feel you here in spirit this morning. So the two of you will represent. Isn't it nice sometimes, we live such a busy life, especially in Johannesburg, Pretoria, and the bigger cities. People just move away. They just see you as the security guard. And here's this lady who actually took the time to ask you, how did you get to work? It's nice to know that there are people like that.
That's good.
That doesn't often happen. Because sometimes people just move past each other. And then that's where it ends. Where do you stay, Becky?
I'm staying CPT in Joburg.
And how do you really get to work? Do you walk?
I walk
How long does it take you?
almost 1.5 hours.
And then how long is your shift?
Doing 3 days, 3 nights, and 3 off.
And the shift at one time, how long is it?
12 hours.
12 hours.
Yes.
And then after you work 12 hours, how do you get home?
I walk again.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Do you think people know that you're already tired by the time you get there? And do you think people know after 12-hour shift, you still have to walk home?
They didn't think about that.
They don't think about that, do they?
The only thing they just want to be at work.
And do you get tired sometimes?
Yeah, I get tired sometimes.
After 12 hours, you think to yourself, man, I'm not going to walk home now. It's too long.
Yeah, it's too long, 12 hours. Just work 1.5 hours. After that, you can work 12 hours. Too much hours.
Pumlani,
Yes.
are there days where you just don't feel like it, man?
It's very hard.
It's a long shift and then you still have to walk home.
Yes.
Why is that? It's obviously, the salary is tight, is it?
Yeah. The problem is in the taxi is much expensive, so we can't manage to take a taxi to go to the work while we must buy something to eat and at home and rent or sometimes, so decide to walk.
And a lot of people do that. They get asked, do you have a wife
Yes.
and kids?
1 kid.
Wife and 1 kid.
Yes.
I think a lot of people can relate to that because you get that text, that WhatsApp that says, please stop on the way home and get bread or whatever. You have to do that and carry it
Yes.
and walk. Where do you live?
In GP.
How long does it take you to get to and from?
Almost 2 hours.
So you work 12 hours and you have to walk 2 hours.
Yes.
How do you do it?
Ish. I'm trying.
Do you have kids?
I got kids.
So you got to do it. It's not like you have a choice, right?
Yeah. So can make it force that thing to do it. Because if I can't do it, if I won't force that thing, my kids can get hungry. So I must.
The other option is not working. Some people choose that option because they're too tired to walk an hour and a half to work, then work 12 hours. But you do it
I do it.
because you're a good dad, right? Do people often stop and talk to you where you work? Or is it just Ina?
It's just only inner.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? It's just Ina.
It's just only inner.
It's nice to know there are people like Ina eh,
Yeah.
who take the time.
We salute that. We salute this lady.
And it's not like you guys do a job where you can just, not be present. Not like you're doing a job that's very important in South Africa, and that's guarding security and safety. Do you think about that sometimes going to work? Because you work in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
which is arguably maybe the most dangerous city in South Africa. So it's a dangerous job, but you do it.
Yeah. There's no choice.
My choice.
How long have you been working like this?
I'm running now 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah. But for this company now, I'm running something 1 year.
Do the night shifts get tough?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Why?
The where we are working is a hotel, so maybe the guests sometimes can come with from 2 up until 4 in the morning. So can't even rest, open up, in and out. We just in and out. So get tired. Is where you can get tired.
And then you have to walk home.
Yes.
But what happens if it rains?
Would you?
If it rains, if it's bad weather?
No
You got the cut
choice.
room, that's why I can sit in the cut room.
But if you have to get home when it rains,
Use an
You got
umbrella.
umbrellas and whatever.
then you walk with the umbrella.
Yes.
And you have to stop and you must buy food and make that. I'm so glad that Ina took the time to get to know you. I think it's important. I think we must all do it more often. Do you know the story? Do you know what the person's name is even that works at your gate or at the front, at the boom? And people give you a hard time sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, sometimes they give you a time.
Why? Do they take their bad day out on you? When you ask them to sign in or...
Yeah, if it's just, even sometimes they got a dentist, you got a hotel. So if you ask someone, said, where are you going to? Now you can, why are you asking me like that? So now you said you got 2 departments here, so that's why you're asking this.
What's the toughest part of your job, Pumlani?
I get in a hotel beside the dentist, because mostly when the guests come in, I used to ask. I ask her name, and he just asked me, what do I want to do with my name? I said, no, as I'm here, I want to report you in the reception so that they can know who is coming in. So he said, no, I won't give you my name. From there, he can drive and go outside. He didn't get inside the hotel. Then after, maybe he can send a message from the manager. He said the security guy didn't open for me. So it's where it comes the problem, mostly.
Are people rude?
Yeah.
They want to take their bad mood out on you.
Yes, yes.
And what are you doing? You're just doing your job.
But I'm doing my job.
Because you
Because
told
they
to
told
do
me
that.
no
Yes.
one must go inside without knowing him.
Yeah, you've got to know
That's where
exactly
it starts a
who
problem.
there is. What would you want people to know about the job that you do? What do you want people to know? To all the people listening to us this morning that are probably on their way now and they're going to meet a Beki or a Pumlani or a champion somewhere at a boom, somewhere at a gate, somewhere at an entrance. What do you want to tell them? What do you want them to know about you?
You just need to always just get used to them. That you must be friendly. If just talking bad thing to you, you can just keep quiet, and that you tell them, I'm doing my job as a security, so to make things to be safe here, this is how the securities work.
You're just doing your job.
Yeah.
And you walked to get there. And when this is all done and you've listened to rude, moody, miserable people, you still have to walk back and then look after your family. We salute you and the work that you do. Thank you for doing the work that you do. You do a great job, and because Ina told us that she took the time to get to know you better, and she loves the work that you do, and she believes in you. And I want to introduce you to a special friend on the show this morning from Roman's Pizza, our fabulous festive sponsors, Louis Ace. Louis, I think all of us can learn something from this.
Thank you, Martin. Yes, definitely. I think the biggest lesson to learn is respect. Respect what these guys do for us on a daily basis and what they are offering for us, residential, business, anything.
Exactly.
And realize what we have and be thankful for what we have and be grateful for them, for what they're doing.
Glad that Ina took the time to chat to them.
Definitely.
So now we know, how can we help them?
So Roman's Pizza would like to help you guys by giving each one of you a brand new mountain bike to the value of 10,000 Rand to help with your commute from work and home. We would also, in addition to this, like to give you guys a Roman's Pizza food hamper for the festive season. And Cleo's Kitchen would like to give you homemade frozen food for the festive season.
Sure.
Well, I thank you very much from Roman's Pizza.
Really, thank you.
It's a Merry Christmas
Yeah.
and a festive season to you and your families. So good luck there with that new mountain bike. I'm sure it's going to make a little bit of a difference in getting to and work a little bit better. And also enjoy all the lovely pizza and beautiful food from Cleo's Kitchen for the festive season. And you don't have to buy anything on the way home. You can just get used to the bike. Nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you.
And Champion, if you're listening, don't worry. You're also getting a mountain bike to the value of 10,000 Rand and Cleo's food for the festive season, as well as Roman's pizza food hamper. Bye-bye, dankie Louis. Hoor.
Baie dankie, Martin.
Lekker met besluit there. Guys, when's your next shift? Later, tomorrow.
Today, night shift.
Today is last time you're walking. Okay, after that it's sorted. Nice to meet both of you, and send our regards also to Champion. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again.
Good Morning Angels. Breakfast with Martin Bester. 6 to 9 weekdays. Jacaranda FM.